Hi everybody, and welcome to the Call to Freedom Ministries YouTube channel. This is going to be my first Bible study video on YouTube. My name is Katrina Reinholtz. I also have a TikTok, and we have a TikTok for Call to Freedom Ministries. I also have a website, and we'll go over that later. So let's get into the message. So we're looking in 1 Corinthians chapter 3, 10 through 15. And this message is going to be called Building a Solid Foundation with Christ. So in 1 Corinthians chapter 3, verse 10 is where we're going to start. Using the gift God gave me, I laid the foundation of that house like an expert builder. Others are building on that foundation, but all people should be careful how they build on it. The foundation that has already been laid is Jesus Christ, and no one can lay down any other foundation. But if people build on that foundation using gold, silver, jewels, wood, grass, or straw, their work will clearly be seen, because the day of judgment will make it visible. That day will appear with fire, and the fire will test everyone's work to show what sort of work it was. If the building that has been put on the foundation still stands, the builder will get a reward. But if the building is burned up, the builder will suffer loss. The builder will be saved, but it will be as one who escaped from a fire. So I think this message is really important because it's really telling us that yes, our foundation is Christ, and we need to build everything off of that foundation. We have to build everything in our life around Christ. And when we build it like that, our building is going to stand strong. But if we're not building on a foundation of Christ, if we're not using Him to lead our decisions, to help us grow, to build our relationships, everything we do in life, if we're not using Him, then whatever we build is susceptible to fall. When judgment comes, or when something happens, our building might fall. It might not stand tall because we're not building it on the right foundation. So this message is basically make sure you're building everything in your life around the right foundation. And if you are, everything will stand strong. It will stay with it throughout whatever. So the message today is to build whatever you're building on the right foundation. Put Christ first. Put Him in the forefront of it all. A good way to do that is praying about things, what decisions to make, how to handle certain situations, reading the Bible, getting to know the Bible, the scripture. One thing about Bible studies is I encourage you to always go to your own Bible, read the text, find your own interpretation, make sure the message fits you. You should do that with anybody that you hear a sermon from or anything. You always should go look at the text yourself. Interpretation is very important, and people can misinterpret things. Not all pastors are perfect. As we know, there's a lot that have some messages, but you have to look at the scripture yourself to see. They get burned out just like we do. Jesus got burned out. If you don't value and take care of the foundation, the whole house will collapse, and you'll have to rebuild that house until you get it right. This applies to all of life, and your relationships, and your friendships, anything. A few important questions to ask yourself is my foundation made purely of Christ? And will it continue to stand strong as I build on it? Those are your questions today. It's like a kind of short Bible study, but I think the message is very powerful. If you want to learn more about Call to Freedom Ministries, we do have a website. It's c2fministries.com. We also have a TikTok. It's at C2F Ministries, and a Facebook page at C2F Ministries. One more thing I forgot to talk about is I actually made a social media platform on Call to Freedom Ministries. It's called Freedom Social. And it is a social media platform for Christians to get together and get support on various things that they deal with, like, depression, anxiety, stuff like that. So we can join together with scripture and help each other get through the hard times, help support each other in the best way to connect to each other. Because, not everybody's message is for everybody. Sometimes you can't say the same thing to somebody who deals with depression that you could say to somebody that deals with whatever else. Um, so that's something I feel really strongly and passionate about. If you want to learn more about that, that's on my website as well. And I really hope I get some people on there. It's kind of boring right now. There's only a couple of us. But I encourage everybody to go check it out, see what you think about it, join the website, join it, and make a group for whatever hardship you deal with. I really need people to make groups and help manage them and stuff because I can't do it all.